Hey everyone, this is Michael again and coming at you with another video. And I said I was going to do this video. If you saw my SmackDown review, which was the previous video, if you haven't checked out my SmackDown review, definitely go check it out. But I said I was going to talk about this news and give my thoughts on it. News that broke out yesterday is that Dean Ambrose is leaving WWE after WrestleMania 35, and this was the big news, shocking news that was released yesterday. Apparently, Dean Ambrose's contract is up in April, and he's not going to be re-signing with WWE. And this is from RingsideNews.com, but it was previously reported by PW Torch, and like all day yesterday, it was released. The news was released on different other wrestling sites, with articles. So this is just going to be a video of my thoughts on what I think of Dean Ambrose leaving WWE. And the article states is that Dean Ambrose looks to be leaving the company after his contract is up in April. PW Torch reports that Dean Ambrose is done with WWE after WrestleMania. It says this was verified by 3 of the sources, and Dean Ambrose told Vince directly in a meeting that they had over the weekend, because Dean Ambrose was being offered a new contract and a raise, and this happened weeks ago. Says Ambrose reportedly grew frustrated over creative and will not be signing a new deal with the company. And it says this could explain Ambrose's weaker run through the Royal Rumble and how he was less than impactful at all in that match, which we all saw. Dean Ambrose didn't last that long in the Rumble. And also he lost to Seth Rollins the next night on Raw. And it says, it is reported that Ambrose informed WWE of his decision over the Royal Rumble weekend. It says, it is unknown or not WWE will write him off television or keep him around. It says, Ambrose is impossible to read backstage, and when asked if Dean showed outward signs of frustration, it was said he's pretty much impossible to read, but he hates hokey shit. It is unknown whether All Elite Wrestling AEW influenced his decision to turn down another WWE contract. And it says there is reportedly no indication that would point to that direction. However, you never know what could happen in pro wrestling. So my thoughts on this is that I don't blame Dean Ambrose. I mean, look how WWE has been treating him, and look what they did with the heel turn. That heel turn that he did on Seth Rollins the night that Roman Reigns announced he had leukemia on Monday Night Raw. That was so really well done. It was very unexpected. And then after that, WWE just kind of ruined his heel character. After that, we saw him going to the doctor. He was getting shots in his. We saw him getting shots in his ass, and then he comes out with men in gas masks, and he also came out with one. And the thing where it says in the article where it mentions he hates hokey shit. Yeah, you can't tell me that it says that he hates hokey shit, but what was the segment that he did with Seth Rollins when Seth Rollins was still in the Authority, when Seth was Mr. Money in the Bank, and when Seth opened up the Money in the Bank briefcase and the slime went on him? You can't tell me that was hokey. And the stuff that he did where he had his plant named Mitch. You can't tell me that's hokey. And even when he was aligned with James Ellsworth, He had no problem. He had no problem with that. But he says right here he hates hokey shit. Yeah, like that stuff that he did wasn't, wasn't hokey to him. But now he's just saying that now. I like Dean Ambrose. I think he's a good wrestler. And it was also announced that WWE yesterday they made a we wish Dean Ambrose the best, and hopefully that he will resign. He will resign with WWE or come back to WWE one day. They released that. WWE released that on their Twitter and on their Instagram, and it was also in an article that was released by WWE. But with Ambrose's wife, who is Renee Young, she's going to be staying with WWE. She's not going anywhere with Ambrose. I said Renee Young is still going to be staying with the company. Whether or not Dean Ambrose goes to AEW, All Elite Wrestling, maybe that could happen. If he's down there in AEW, I think they will treat him a lot better and let him do what he wants to do in the ring. Or maybe he's gonna go to the Indies, back to the Indies, which that would be awesome. So, but those are my thoughts on Dean Ambrose not resigning with WWE after WrestleMania 35. But hopefully, he could find some, more. He could find some success if he goes back to the Indies, because he could do what WWE probably told him that he couldn't do in the ring. So, yeah, it's very, very shocking news. And now it's going to be only Seth Rollins there and Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns, when he comes back, from after fighting his leukemia, it's just going to be them two. It's going to feel really weird. That's just going to be Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns when he returns. So no more future Shield reunions. So, but yeah, that's what I just wanted to talk about. Dean Ambrose is leaving WWE, possibly going to AEW. If it's going to be true or not. But yeah, so anyways, let me know what you all think about this news. Do you think it's good for Ambrose? So let me know what you all think in the comments down below. And that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching. And definitely give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. And until next video, I'll see you all later.